His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa has demonstrated exemplary leadership in the African response to COVID-19. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your leadership, both as Chair of the African Union and co-chair of the ACT Accelerator Facilitation Council during this difficult period. We're honored to have you with us today. You have the floor, Your Excellency, and my brother.
Thank you, my good friend, President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and my brother, Director General of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, and the energetic CEO of Global Citizen, Mr. Hugh Evans. Global citizens and friends. We in South Africa and Africa indeed are really honored once again to lend our support to Global Citizen and to this Recover Better Together campaign. For the past 10 years, Global Citizen has been a leading voice for the involvement of governments, world leaders, philanthropists, activists, artists, and the citizens of the world in ending extreme poverty. When the coronavirus pandemic struck last year, Global Citizen responded swiftly, hosting the One World Together at Home benefit concert in support of healthcare workers on the front line. That was most commendable. The substantial pledges made for the coronavirus relief at this event enabled non-governmental organizations around the world to help those most vulnerable people in many countries. The campaign we are launching today recognizes that overcoming the COVID-19 pandemic is essential if we are to make any progress in tackling poverty. To achieve this, we must deepen cooperation to ensure equitable access to vaccines. No person, no country, and no region must be left behind. To fight the pandemic, we need to pool all our resources, our capabilities, our knowledge, and intellectual property. That is why we continue to call on world leaders to support the COVAX facility to ensure rapid and equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines for all countries. And in this regard, I applaud and support what President Macron and indeed President Ursula von der Leyen have called for, that rich countries should donate 5% of their vaccines to needy countries, particularly on our continent, Africa. Another important step is to enable the transfer of medical technology for the duration of the pandemic. This will allow us to increase the production of COVID-19 vaccines and other medical products. It will also enable us to lower prices and to improve distribution so that these vaccines and medical supplies reach all corners of the world. Along these efforts to overcome the pandemic, we must work together to end hunger, promote education, and the resumption of learning, and to protect our planet. By doing so, we will be contributing to a fair and just and inclusive recovery. The world will recover, that is for sure, but we want it to recover better, and we want it to recover for the benefit of all, leaving no one behind. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency and my brother, and thank you once again for your leadership and support today and in the past year. Hugh, over to you to introduce our next guests. Thank you so much again, Hugh.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros. It's now my great pleasure to introduce a long-standing global citizen ambassador who's been at the heart of the movement since the organization first began. He has truly been the most extraordinary support for global citizens